These are lies that the school taught you. When you think of a Viking, you imagine that classic helmet with horns. But having two giant horns on your head would be terrible, as an enemy could easily grab you during a battle. In reality, they were only invented for opera pieces. Have you noticed that ancient statues always have broken noses? Some people think it's due to time, but in fact, this was done on purpose. Enemy armies would break the noses of the statues of kings as a form of humiliation and defeat. Your rich friend's parents invite you to sleep at their house. Do this so you don't embarrass yourself. Bow your head to greet them. Leave your shoes outside before entering. And don't take photos or ask about the price of luxury items. If you accidentally break something, don't hide it. They probably have cameras all over the house. On the other hand, if you need something, always ask the butler and never the parents, as that is disrespectful. But you might get confused because there are many towels in the bathroom. Remember, the bigger the better. Use the small towel to wash your hands, the medium one to your face, and the large for body. These are ads that went horribly wrong. First, Mission Impossible. To promote the movie, the studio placed red sound boxes inside newspaper vending machines. When the door opened, the theme song would play. The problem was that the devices looked like bombs with loose wires. The bomb squad was called, and they even had to detonate one of the machines. Domino's Pizza created a promotion. Delivered in 30 minutes or it's free. The issue was that if the pizza was late, the cost was deducted from the delivery driver's own salary, making drivers speed like crazy, causing several accidents. These are pranks that went horribly wrong. In 2001, a DJ in England thought it would be a good idea to prank the fan. He said at the show that he saw a ship resembling the Titanic in a place with a high cliff. So many people went there to see the ship, but so many people gathered that part of the cliff collapsed. Fortunately, no one was injured, but the DJ had serious problems. In 2003 in the United States, an employee wanted to prank his boss, saying that the store where he worked was being robbed. Before he could reveal it was just a joke, the boss called the police. Several police officers showed up and saw that it was a prank, and the employee ended up getting arrested. When these people were venerating the statue, they didn't know there was a person inside it. Almost 1,000 years ago, an old man was spending the last days of his life collecting various seeds and nuts, stopping eating other food so that he wouldn't have any fat in his body. It turns out he didn't want his body to decompose after he passed away. When he felt he was very old, he began drinking a tea made from a special sap and sat in a meditation position. When he died, no microorganisms could get near the sap that was in his body, so he was coated in gold. These are people who died in absurd ways. In the 15th century, a man was attending a royal banquet in a castle. While eating during dinner, he felt the urge to go to the bathroom. The problem is that at that time, it was considered rude to get up before the king. He held it in for so long that his bladder exploded. Two men were walking in a garden when they noticed that an eagle was flying carrying a turtle. They continued walking, and a few seconds later, one of them was hit on the head by the turtle and died. Most valuable items inside prisons. First, instant ramen. In many prisons, ramen has become the official currency, worth more than money. This is because the canteen food is so bad that inmates use the noodles to trade. Next, clothing elastic. Since regular rubber bands are forbidden, elastic from pants or underwear can only be obtained from someone else and is highly valuable for organization. Next, postage stamps. Since cash is prohibited, even those with bills can't use them. Instead, inmates use stamps as money to buy tattoos and even place bets. These are the most shameful cheats in sports. Part 2. First, Luis Resto. During a boxing match, Luis fought his opponent and won the fight with just a few punches. However, his opponent's face was much more damaged than usual. When they went to the locker room, they discovered the reason. His trainer had removed the padding from the gloves and replaced it with plaster, making the punches much harder. During a marathon, an athlete finished in 3rd place and won the bronze medal, but some people noticed that he didn't look tired at all. It turns out that this athlete had an identical twin who swapped with him in a porta potty mid-race.